So I wake up this morning and I notice someone sent me the Equestria Girls trailer, and I just wanted to quickly share my thoughts. The moment I saw the link pop up in my window, I was like, oh god, why? But I sat down and watched it. And then I watched it again. And then one more time. I kept watching it because I wanted to grab an idea of what exactly was going on, which of course I wasn't able to do because it's really vague. I'll say this much, that I'm actually very pleased with the look of the human models of the characters. The promotion art scared the ever-loving shit out of me, but seeing them animated and the animation quality not changing a single bit, it still has an aesthetically pleasing look. I also do enjoy the fact that several characters have cameos. Carrot Top, I wanna say that's Soren. The Cutie Mark Crusaders, Vinyl, Snips and Snails, and of course this character who looks like Sunset Shimmer, and seems to be the main antagonist of the movie. I'm actually really interested in seeing how she'll play out as a character, considering the rumors surrounding her. Though within this setting, it's very likely she'll just be the antagonizing bully character, which I just don't care for. I also don't care for Spike being a dog, and we now know that it's actually Spike and not a carbon copy like the rest of the main 6, aside from Twilight. Overall, I'm just gonna go in with no expectations, but I'd like to say that it won't be as bad as most of us are dreading it. Wait. What the hell? Okay, so many of you probably saw this and thought the exact opposite of me. That this character is going to end up as some kind of romantic interest for Twilight. The argument being that she stared at him for a while before taking his hand, and oh, there was this hug at the end of the trailer, and that a lot of people are expecting this movie to be completely stereotypical. I'd like to take this trailer as a quick opportunity to debunk these thoughts. In regards to Twilight and this human who looks an awful lot like Soren, Twilight had only recently come into being a human, so she's not used to seeing them or even being where she is. She's completely alien. It's only natural that if she were to be offered help from anyone, that she'd be completely stupefied for a brief moment. She's trying to register what the hell's even going on. By the end of the trailer, they hug. I can admit that this certainly can imply something, but keep in mind that Megan McCarthy is the head writer of this movie, who states that the movie wants to stay true to its characters and that the executives at Hasbro mentioned that they want to retain the message of friendship. I personally don't see Twilight going gaga over any random stallion in the show, and I definitely don't see her wasting her time with something as vapid as a relationship when her main goal is to retrieve the crown. As for this movie going in the direction of being nothing but mindless high school blather, I can see that much, but only to an extent. After all, everyone in this movie sans Twilight actually lives in this world. They're high school students. You shouldn't expect them to be the same characters. Just because they wear the same face doesn't mean that they are who they look like. I'm certainly not Dan Versus. I'd also like to bring up the fact that age is not a factor in maturity. It could also very well be that these characters aren't as one-dimensional as they appear. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic broke several stereotypes about little girls' cartoons, that they were nothing but kid exposition and flat characters. And now we're faced with another stereotype. High school students. The writers broke one stereotype, but the question now is, can they break another? I like to believe they can, so I personally look forward to Equestria Girls. What about you guys?
Well, to be frank, my hopes aren't as high as yours, but then again, it is my policy to go into everything with low expectations. That way I'm never disappointed. Equestria Girls, eh? Like Theory, I'm pretty happy to see a lack of face tattoos in this movie, and yeah, the animation looks pretty fine. It's by DHX, you know, the guys who brought us that other awesome show, and I hear it's written by Megan McCarthy. Didn't she write some of the best episodes, and in fact became the showrunner for another really awesome show? And oh, did I mention that it's going to feature full musical numbers by Daniel Ingram, who himself described them as being awesome? Okay. A smooth production and good writing doesn't mean an enjoyable movie. If something offends you on a conceptual level, it will ruin it for you. Like, why are the only 2 original characters in this movie ostensibly white people? And why do they look like an utterly stereotypical bitch and a milquetoast male protagonist anyways? But hey, how bad can a movie about Twilight Sparkle really be? Don't answer that.
Equestria.